So guys, we are talking about post-graduation work permits today. In the recent announcement on January 22nd, 2024, the Canadian Immigration Minister declared a lot of changes with regards to the study program. In addition to that, he dropped two bombshells on the post-graduation work permit as well as a new announcement. And it is important for people to understand that what are the changes, because we're receiving phone calls every day and people are not aware of what are these changes. They are thinking that okay, they won't be allowed to apply for a PGWP. So I thought it's extremely important for us to make a video and explain what exactly are these changes and what you should be doing whenever you're selecting a course to study in Canada and if you want to apply for a PGWP later. So guys, please be tuned till the end. My name is Sahil. Guys, welcome back once again. My name is Sahil and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and I practice here in Ontario. My office is here. If you have to get in touch with me, my number is on the screen and the details are there in the description box. More than happy to speak with you. Before we proceed any further, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon because we talk a lot about Canadian immigration. And if you are an aspirant of moving to Canada, then this is the channel that you must be subscribed to all the time. So guys, we are discussing post-graduation work permits, especially with regards to the recent announcement and the changes announced by the Immigration Minister in the year 2024. So guys, first of all, that recent announcement made two broad changes. So we will talk about the two changes and then we will talk about PGWP eligibilities with respect to DLIs or the colleges overall, so that you're not at all confused. First, starting September 2024 only. Now that's the key part. If you apply for a college that is under PPP, which is public-private partnership, and if you are going to study in that college starting 2024 September month, then you will not be allowed to apply for a PGWP later, which means that if you're already studying in that, then you're not affected. But starting September 2024, if you try to study in a college that is a part of the curriculum licensing arrangement, which is PPP, then you will not be allowed to apply for a PGWP later. Now, just to explain what is a PPP, for example, in October 2023, Northern College revoked 500 offer letters where they said that they had an issue in accommodating those students. A lot of offer letters were offered beyond their capacity, and this is the sole driving factor to this change of PPP. So if you are studying in that college, you should be getting in touch with your college authorities to understand more, to get more clarity. And then if you are able to change your college or change your course, please go ahead and do that and do not get stuck into this rut anymore. And if you're already going in September 2024, then it's about time that you started making the changes. The second biggest announcement is that it's a good one, is that any graduate from a master's degree program in Canada will be able to apply for a 3-year work permit irrespective of the length of the study. So for example, if the master's degree that they did is of 1 year, they will still be able to apply for a 3-year work permit. This is done in light of maintaining competitiveness of the people who are coming to Canada so that they can stay here for longer. Otherwise, people, despite studying in a master's graduate course of 1 year, they would still get a 1-year work permit, which was not fair as per Canadian authorities, because people who are studying in master's degrees in Canada deserved a longer work permit. So those are the biggest two changes overall. The next part is that I'll give you a bit more clarity around the colleges that are allowed, colleges or universities that are allowed in Canada when it comes to issuing PGWPs or post-graduation work permit. While a PGWP application or a post-graduation work permit application has its own requirements of, say for example, studying full-time, no remote, no distance learning, English or French as a second language should not be there. While all of those eligibility criteria remain as is, the only requirement that we are trying to focus today is what kind of a college should you study in so that you get your PGWP. So on the screen, you will be able to see a full chart of colleges from Quebec, other specifically approved. At the bottom you'll see the other specifically approved colleges which are offering degrees under the provincial authorities. But the most important and by far applicable on a lot of people is the first category, where they say that any post-secondary DLI which is there on the DLI list even if it's a college or a trade technical institution or a university that is teaching a course that is a degree, a diploma, or a certificate, but in length of at least 8 months or longer, is the one that will give you a post-graduation work permit. Another thing to note is that this should be a public college, so the ideal answer to this situation is you should be heading to the DLI list. Open the DLI list, open the type of college that you are looking at, enter the name, go to the right section of the list, and you will find whether the college is allowed to offer you a post-graduation work permit or not. Then make sure that the college that you're applying to is not a PPP college. Okay, so it should not be a college under PPP model. If you're able to qualify for that, then the PGP requirements remain as is, and the eligibilities and the outcomes will also remain as is. That means study for 8 months or 8 months or say 1 year, you'll get a work permit of 1 year. If you study for 2 years or more, which is 16 months or more, you'll get a work permit up to 3 years. Guys, overall, this is the particular explanation around PGWP. Like I said, I've been receiving tons of calls, and I thought making a video will give you much more clearer idea on what's happening around your PGWPs. If you still have further questions to discuss, please feel free to schedule a consultation with us, and we would be more than happy to speak with you. Once again, we wish you all the best, and we really hope to see you soon in Canada. All the best.